I went from being super emotional every day, feeling everything all the time, feeling too much, to feeling absolutely nothing. I'm just kind of here every day. I don't necessarily feel super sad, but I'm not happy either. I'm just kind of here. I don't know if I'd rather feel everything all the time or feel like this. Not really sure what's worse. It's really sad.
Hello and welcome back. Sorry I have been away for a while. I got busy with work. I did make a video. I made a very long video. I reviewed the first episode of Everything's Gonna Be All White, which is a 54-minute documentary. That took a while. My first cut was over an hour long. And I had to edit that down to about 55 minutes. And I tried to upload it, but it got hit for copyright. So now it's in limbo, waiting to determine. I did a critical review of the episode, therefore it's fine. But YouTube has to send it off to the owner of the copyrighted information, and then they have to say, oh yeah, it's fine, and then it gets to go up onto my YouTube channel. But what is this here that we're watching about this young woman here talking about how she's overly emotional the day before, and now she doesn't feel anything. She has total apathy. She's just numb. And which one is worse? Well, if you haven't seen this going around, this individual here, Kristen, has been heartbroken. She's heartbroken. Her Chad left her. It's so sad when Chad leaves. It's just the worst, isn't it? Now, let me explain something to you here, that emotions don't matter. This is what this whole fight that I'm in is about. The woke going, hey, you hurt my fifis. My fifis feel this way, and you should respect that. And I'm going, no, your fifis don't matter. And she needs to realize this. She has another video that I can't play because it has copyrighted music in it, where she's talking about how she was suicidal one day. She's crying, and she's having this terrible time. The fact of the matter is you can feel your feelings, feel them all day long. They're not going to hurt you. They're just feelings. Just let them exist. Let your feelings exist. She doesn't know which one is worse. Oh, feeling numb or feeling this. Let's go on and check out some more of her videos, because she has a lot of interesting things that I want to talk about here. About these women, these woke women who don't need no man, all of a sudden need a man. Huh? Who would have thunk? Now, before we get started on these other videos, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed. Please watch the video to the very end. That does help the algorithm quite a bit. And thank you all for coming by my channel, supporting my work. Let's dive into some of these other videos.
Someone love bombs you for a year and then just drops you like you're absolutely nothing. That truly does break your spirit. When they completely blindside you with their true character, that makes you lose trust in yourself for judgment of people. He stole a version of myself that I will never get back, and that pisses me off. I truly never want to fall in love again.
Wow, how pathetic. Now, I don't know how old she is. I'm guessing she's somewhere between the age of 30 and 35. She does a good job with her makeup, and it makes her look like she's more like 25. But there's one video that maybe we'll look at it. I don't know which one it is, but you can see wrinkles on her forehead. 25-year-olds don't have wrinkles on their forehead, last time I checked. But she's giving way too much power to Alpha Chad that broke her heart. Way too much power to this guy. I've been in this situation. I've been heartbroken. It's terrible. I know what it feels like. But you have to understand where I'm coming from is a point of view of I have no family that wants to support me. I had very few friends, if any. There have been times in my life when I basically had no friends. And I have nobody to turn to. She has people in her chats, in her DMs over here, saying, hey, look, I'm your cousin. Come hang out. You know, I'm here for you. So is that really is that a person who's actually like her cousin, or is it somebody just saying I'm a kindred spirit? The claim seems to be that this person is her cousin, is her actual family, and family's here for you. So if you have a good family that's going to support you, what are you crying about? And it gets even worse than this. Let's take a look at something else here.
There's been one constant in my life that I'm really struggling with, and that is the disassociation. Today it is extremely, extremely heavy. If you don't know what that is, for me personally, it is being in this beautiful apartment that I handpicked out for myself, furnished obviously with everything that I love, full of my things, and feeling absolutely zero attachment to any of it. For me this morning also.
That sounds like a deeper issue to me. Like she has chronic depression all of a sudden. And I mean, breakups are hard, but you wanted this. She wanted this. She chose this path. She chose this man who was no good for her. And now she can't get over the fact that this man left her. Where she needs to be is, I can't believe what a bad choice I made. I'm going to make better choices in the future. Because this man that she was so in love with has these qualities of breaking her heart. She can't see that. She cannot see. This is what's so sick about this, is these women sit here and they talk out of both sides of their mouth. I don't need no man. Oh, Chad came along and I fell in love with him and he's so wonderful. He's so amazing. He's the best. He's the greatest thing ever. And oh, then he broke my heart. Oh my God, I'm going to die. It's just the worst feeling ever. It's like, I thought you didn't need a man. Are you woke or aren't you woke? What is it? Which is it? This is why I don't have any sympathy for this. Because I have always stated and acted in a way that was representative of myself, and it wasn't two-faced. I've always tried to. I've been lied to by society and by other people and such. So in that case, I had bad information. But this girl right here has everything that she needs to know about this man. This man doesn't want you. He traded you in for a younger model because he can. And you think that that's the kind of man that you deserve to be with, is a man who can trade you in for a younger model, but won't. I would have sympathy for her if I knew for sure that this girl was just like totally cool and nice with men and treated them always with respect. But she's an American woman. I mean, guess who figured this out in 1970? These women jerk men around. They play games. They false number men. How many times have you swiped on a man on your dating app? There are perfectly good men out there that you could have in your bed tonight and would commit their lives to you. You don't want them, though. No, they're not good enough for you. They're not Chad. So let's listen to what else she has to say.
So I, for the first time in a month of being here, slept in my bed, and I woke up and I felt extremely weird and just disconnected from anything. It felt like I was waking up in a stranger's house. It was super weird. I've been trying to keep myself super grounded and present. And so I made myself get up and I made my bed and I got a shower, and I still was feeling super weird. So, I did my hair and I put some makeup on, and
So in this video, you can see some of the forehead wrinkles coming in here and some of those nasolabial lines coming in by her nose. So yeah, I don't think she's 25, even though she might be able to pass for that age. She is in good shape. She lifts weights, so that helps. But and that might be part of the reason why she's so sad. If she's 35, she's staring down the barrel of menopause and whether or not she's going to be able to have children. Women, the whole theory that the whole myth is basically that women can't have children after 40. They can, and it's not that hard to do. It like drops off. The drop off at 40 is like 2%. It's not a big drop off in your fertility. But do you want to have children at 40? Do you want to be 60 when your kids are leaving your home? Wow. No. And now she's looking at the fact that, I'm 35 and I got to find another man, and I got to love him as much as I loved this one because he set the bar. And then I have to be with him sufficiently long enough to realize that he is the one I should be with forever. I hope I don't make a mistake, because if I get with a man and I spend 6 months with him and then I find out he's not the one, then I got to move on to another man. And then we have to get married and have kids. So it could be 38 before you get around to having your first child. And that you're in your 50s then when they're going off to college. Well into your 50s when they're going off to college. And she probably is thinking about that in the back of her mind. Or maybe subconsciously she knows that because that's biology. That's just the reality that we live in. The thing is, I don't have sympathy for her because she's attractive enough that she could have a man, like I said, she could have a man today. She could have a man today. And if she wants to get over all these hurt feelings that she has, all this pain and drama that she's going through, get another man. Is he going to be as good as Chad? Maybe not, but those are the prices you pay in life. I can look back at my life and go, hey, there was this great girl that I was really in love with, and she broke my heart, and that felt like crap. But it felt like crap for me because I was utterly alone, or very close to being utterly alone, if not utterly alone. You clearly have people who support you and want you in their life. You have a full life. In my life, I was freaking unemployed, no family to speak of, and no friends or very few friends. And then, I get my heart stomped on. You got nothing then. You have a job that you can afford this nice apartment. You are attractive so that, men are going to be showing interest in you left and right, in this girl left and right. There's no question that men are going to be all over her. This is what bothers me about this. Is not so much that I can't feel for her situation. I can, definitely, but it doesn't have to be what it is. Not only that, she's a Christian, so she has to do in her life, according to the Bible, is turn her life over to God. Your life is not about finding Chad and spending your life with Chad. Your life is about spending your life being a good Christian. So why the hell are you complaining? You can always turn to God. You can always turn to your Bible.
Part of the disassociation for me is getting ready, and the whole time I'm getting ready, I try to look at myself, like really look at myself, and it's like I'm staring straight through myself to the wall behind me. I saw nothing, I felt nothing, and that's been one of the saddest parts of this for me. And the hardest part is that I am so disconnected between what's happening in my mind, my heart, to what's happening around me, that I feel like I am merely a body existing, taking care of the obligations that I have to take care of, doing the things that I need to do to take care of things in myself, and feeling absolutely zero attachment to any of it. And I truly do feel like every day I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience, sitting beside myself watching.
So it's really obvious what happened here. She based her existence on Chad. That's it. Her existence is dependent upon Chad, and Chad is gone. So therefore, nothing means anything anymore. Why bother doing anything? Chad's gone. You put all your eggs in one basket, right? If my wife and I didn't work out, or maybe if she died, unfortunately, any unfortunate situation where we were no longer together, would my life still have meaning? Yeah, of course it would. I wouldn't be happy about it, but life is full of things that are not happy. Life is not happiness. Life is about achieving your goals. And if your goal is Chad, in this case, you're going to be disappointed a lot, because Chad has options. The reason Chad's not with you is because he found a 25-year-old. You're a 35-year-old, so he doesn't want you. And it's always going to be that way. He leveled up. I've seen this happen. How many times? How many times have I seen this happen? So many times in my life. If a man has options, he's going to take them. It's the same thing with a woman. Women do this to men more so than men do this to women, because women have more options. Women get so much D thrown at them, they don't know what to do with it all.
Someone go through what's supposed to be my life. And today it is extremely heavy with that. For other people going through this, you're definitely not alone. I have journaled my way through this extensively. I journal sometimes 4 times a day. I have a lot in this mind of mine. That has helped tremendously. But if you ever need to, reach out, because I get it and it sucks. Remember all the conversations you'd have like when you first start dating somebody, and usually it's about your exes, your past experiences, situations, whatever. And the other person's explaining kind of like what happened, their point of view, things like that. And you don't think anything about it at the time. A lot of things you like commend them for, like whatever. And then when everything's said and done and things end, and you start thinking back on those conversations, and you realize how all of the signs were right there. They were literally telling them to you right to your face, and you thought nothing about it.
I like how she thinks that the phrase hindsight is 20/20 is so profound. Honey, you need to actually sit down and read some books on logic.
I am completely emotionally unavailable for anything other than investing in myself right now.
How is that different from any other time in a woman's life? Really? No, I know. And in all honesty, women can emotionally invest in their children. They can emotionally invest in their relationship and their friends. But typically, women are especially American women, are so selfish. It's so disgusting. I mean, this whole thing, I keep hearing that Guess Who song, American Woman. I just hear it. It always runs through my head. American Woman, because that's what you are. You are a little princess who didn't get her prince. Oh, But you deserve your prince, don't you? Because you're a little princess, right? No, you don't. You don't get what you want out of life necessarily. If you're lucky, you do. Years ago now, hadn't been living in LA that long. It was within the first 3 years that I was living in California, actually. First 3 years I was living in California. The DJ on the radio was talking about with his co-host. The co-host was a woman, and she was like, "Your wife is so pretty. She's so cute, and she's got like this perfect face." He's like, "I know. I'm so lucky," because he recognized it, that you don't get what you want out of life a lot of times. A lot of times you find somebody who's going to be willing to put up with you, and you're stuck with a person who's less attractive than you want them to be. That's just the reality we live in. Life's not fair. Get over it and move on.
I have to get myself back. I can't afford to be any version of myself other than one that I love fully.
Really? So you got dumped and now you don't love yourself anymore? I guess you were saying, what was it what you were saying? You can't trust yourself to pick people anymore, so you don't love yourself. I guess that's why you don't love yourself anymore. Is that it? We're all going to have things about ourselves that we don't like, but you got to recognize that everybody has those same things. Everybody has a part of them that they don't like. So you have to love yourself in spite of those things, just like you would love Chad in spite of the imperfections that he has.
There's something about being the almost girl that breaks something inside of you in a way that I haven't really been able to find to describe correctly up to this point. You were almost the one. You were almost it. You were almost my person.
Aw, he was almost your person, but he wasn't your person, you see? I don't understand this attitude in a Christian. You're good enough for God, for Jesus. You're good enough for him, no matter what. All you have to do is repent, and you're good enough for him. But that's not what you want, even though you claim to be a Christian. You're being a terrible Christian. I mean, if you're a Christian and you're watching this, please let me know if I'm wrong here. She's supposed to be giving herself to God. Chad is not her God, but, maybe biology is stronger than religion. What do you know? What a concept.
The problem with narcissistic attractive men.
Oh, yeah, narcissistic. Do you even know what narcissist means? Do you know what that means? Do you understand what that actually means? Do you think that it's just a man who doesn't want to be with you, therefore he's a narcissist? Or do you really understand that it's a person who's focused only on themselves, and they will put you down and degrade you and make you feel bad and make you feel like you're dependent on them? Because that's what narcissists do. Make you feel like you are dependent on them. I bet she's just like, oh, I didn't get Chad, therefore he's a narcissist.
Is that they have always got the women that they've tried to get. And so they see women as disposable. But I can promise you, not all of us are replaceable.
All right. So, in Chad's mind, you're a hole. That's it. You might be 3 holes. So as long as you can give him that and he's not bored with you, he's going to keep using you for that. And why are you going after narcissists? What does it say about you that you need to fix inside of yourself that you need to stay away from narcissists? Believe me, I understand this. My family is a bunch of psychopaths. And so I've come across a lot in my life, psychopaths. Those are the people that I'm comfortable being around. Those are the people that I'm trying to please and I'm trying to gain the favor of because my family never gave me their approval. Maybe there's something going on there that you want to explore. Maybe go after the person that you don't think is the right one for you. I ran into this when I was doing a lot of my self-help. I do group sessions. A very pretty girl in the group, Heather. She was married. She had a couple kids from her husband. And she said that to convince herself that her husband was the right man for her, she had to keep reminding herself multiple times a day for 6 months that he was the best choice for her because he was a good man. And not because he wasn't a good man, because he literally was. Obviously, he devoted his life to her, gave her children, and he was a good provider. But she wanted the bad boy. She wanted Chad. She wanted the tatted up, narcissistic criminal to ride up on his motorcycle and take her off into the sunset. That's not reality, honey. How long can you live that life and be happy? How long can you live as a rebel without a cause and be happy? Not for very long, I would imagine. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what you want. If that's what you want out of life, hey, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But if you want to have kids and have stability and have like long-term success, long-term financial stability, it's not Chad. It's not the bad boy.
we lose our identity in the healing process. We turn ourselves into the healing.
Are you sure about that? Because I don't think that's how human beings work. Maybe that's how you work. Maybe you're just so broken in general that you shouldn't be in adult relationships. Hey, that happens to people. Some people don't get through their issues until they're in their 50s. That's unfortunately the way it works.
I'm guilty of this, and it's something I'm really struggling with right now. When I am not actively doing something for my mental health or for this healing journey, I don't know who I am. I don't know what to do with myself. Just being, existing, doing life, it doesn't feel natural anymore. And that's a problem. Who we are and healing in this journey, they have to be kept separate in some capacity. Who we are is going to change as we heal, as we should. And they're going to coexist, but there's a fine line of them becoming codependent, and that can't happen. I'm trying to still be the version of myself that I'm not going to be able to be again. And when I am identifying myself as my healing process, I'm delaying becoming who I'm supposed to be.
In line for In-N-Out, and I saw this girl's TikTok say, I look like a mess, ignore me, saying that she's like,
You look like a mess, ignore you? Somebody responded, this is somebody on Kristen's TikTok who responded to her. I get the impression you never look that good. You look like you're way overweight. Oh, I don't have my makeup on, I don't have my hair done. Maybe lose 55 pounds and you'll be all right.
emotionally unavailable for anything that doesn't serve her, and I am following that.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, how is that any different than usual?
So I think a good rule of thumb before you kind of judge people for how they're reacting to a situation that you don't feel like is valid, that their reaction shouldn't be what it is, I guess maybe just like be glad that you don't understand that struggle and just be nice humans. I think that's a good rule of thumb to have. Just be a nice human.
This tells me that people have been calling her out on her BS. Maybe she has this whole channel, or all these videos she's putting up. It's not her whole channel, but all these videos she's been putting up lately about this breakup because she just wants to get some validation out of people in her DMs. And may God continue to bless you each and every day. You're an amazing woman. Okay, look at Sean. Sean looks like he might be trying to get some action. Is there any other men in here we can look at? I mean, there's a lot of women saying, hey, you are incredibly strong. Thank you for sharing. Saying these wonderful things about her, or to her. Here we go. Here's another Sean. Thank you for sharing. Peace and strength be with you, my friend. Yeah, he doesn't say anything too crazy there. But if you are truly a good person and you've never mistreated a man intentionally, never jerked him around, and you went through this terrible breakup, this guy, misled you for a year, and you thought he was your only one, your true love, yeah, I feel for you. That's freaking horrifying. But most likely you've been selfish little bratty princess. I don't know for sure. I don't know you, but that's the impression you give me.
I am so frustrated this morning with myself. I feel like I keep having a good day, and then today I'll feel like this. I feel like I should be farther along than this. I keep hitting a wall, and I'm so fucking frustrated. I feel like I am doing all the things. I am actively trying to do all the things. I don't know if I'm trying to do too much, and I'm just forcing it too much rather than just letting it happen.
Yeah, you got addicted to some guys. So this is a classic addiction move. I'm doing all the things, but I'm not getting anywhere because you're not giving yourself over to God. That's what Christianity's all about. Hey, it takes away all your problems. You're supposed to do that, right? Like I said, let me know in the comments, please, if this is how it's supposed to work. God takes away all your problems. He is the thing you're supposed to be focused on. And guess what? God is eternal. No matter what happens, there's always going to be a God.
But I feel like I'm failing at healing. I feel like I'm failing at letting go. I feel like I'm failing at leaning into my faith. I just feel like I am failing all around, and I am so incredibly fucking frustrated
with myself, and I've been trying to talk myself through it, and it's like I am just unable to give myself grace right now, and I don't know why, because I deserve it, and I'm unable to just let myself know that it's okay to feel like this. Instead, I am just extremely fucking frustrated with myself. I'm so tired. I am.
Yeah, I get it. It's rough. So you know, this is on TikTok. I don't know if she has images of the Chad that messed her around, jerked her around on here anywhere. Maybe. I don't plan on following this person. I've given plenty of advice in this video on how she could solve these problems, and it's not even my place to do that. I'm not a doctor, so you know, take what I said with a grain of salt. But very, very friendly advice that anybody can follow out there. Don't kill yourself over a relationship. It's not worth it. We see a rise in women in their 50s and 60s committing suicide because they've come to the realization that they're going to be alone forever, and they don't want to do that. They want to have a man. They want to have family. They haven't had any children, and this is it. This is the end. I hit 55. I can't have kids anymore. What am I going to do? Boom. It's not a pretty sight, but you should have locked down a man 10 years ago. 10 years ago. You should have had a man locked down here, Kristen. You didn't do that. Women want to play these games. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Most people don't get that. You can't have that. I mean, some people can, yeah, but the vast majority of people can't. And if you're going to play around until you're 30, 35, and then wonder where Chad is, good luck. Good luck. I'm not going to play those games. It's not fair to me that I can't do that. I can't play around and then go, oh, here's Stacy. Stacy's mom, maybe. I don't have that ability. Most men don't have that ability. You have all the cards when it comes to dating. At least you have the high hand. Easily. You're sitting there with a full house and men got like a pair of twos. So anyway, that's all I got for this time. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.